In X-Men Origins Wolverine, we were introduced to the secondary villain in the film, Deadpool. Hate to admit it, but I really had no idea who the hell Deadpool was or what his abilities were. And Deadpool was played by Ryan Reynolds in that film. And as we know, Wolverine was pretty. X-Men Origins Wolverine was problematic, and the character of Deadpool clearly wasn't given proper treatment, from what I understand, and the character was basically just nothing special, at least the way it was presented in the film, and it left no impact whatsoever. And not knowing much about Deadpool, I discovered that yeah, this guy has attitude. He has incredible healing powers, and he's the merc with the mouth, and we did not get that in that film. So here we are in 2016, and now we finally get the Deadpool that everyone so richly deserved and wanted. Once again, playing Deadpool, Wade Wilson is Ryan Reynolds, and this is one of the very few R-rated, straight up R, not unrated cut, but a straight up R-rated Marvel film. The other ones that come to mind being Blade and the Punisher films. Deadpool is quite entertaining, very bloody, often funny, and moves at a pretty fast clip. The film is directed by Tim Miller, and he makes his directorial debut and does a solid job on moving the action along and keeping the character engaging. But really, this film falls squarely on the able shoulders of Ryan Reynolds. I know there's much debate that Ryan Reynolds isn't exactly the greatest thespian in the world, but there have been moments where we have seen glimpses of what he's capable of. For example, in the film Buried, which he totally carried and was a great film. But here, it's just clear that Reynolds was born to play Wade Wilson and will likely no longer be remembered as Van Wilder. But he is great as Wade Wilson. The character itself, yes, it's basically a lot of attitude, wit, black humor, and fourth wall breaking often. That takes some getting accustomed to, and it's overall pretty entertaining. I mean, there are times where the jokes miss, and fortunately, the shtick doesn't wear thin after a while, which is always a possibility in something like this, where it almost feels like the shtick is a gimmick, but it's clearly part of the character, and that attitude pretty much carries through from beginning to end when he's just normal Wade Wilson to when he's Deadpool Wade Wilson. And it's a really entertaining, like I said, entertaining, funny, and bloody violent. And a nicely polished origin film that it's subtly directed, features great visual effects and fight scenes, and a lot of great stuff from Ryan Reynolds. The film also features, who else we got in this thing? Ed Skrein plays Ajax, the villain. Brianna Hildebrand is a Negasonic teenage warhead who is a member of the X-Men. We also have T.J. Miller, who's pretty damn funny as Weasel, Wade Wilson's best friend and bartender. And Marina Baccarin as Vanessa, the love of Wade Wilson's life and the reason why he keeps on living and fighting. We also get an appearance by Colossus in this film, and Gina Carano as Angel Dust. Interesting enough, Gina Carano's good, but they seem to have limited her dialogue. Is there a reason for that? I don't know. But overall, Deadpool was pretty entertaining and a lot of fun. It doesn't achieve, for the R-rated films, it doesn't achieve that level of freshness and excitement that the original Blade elicited, nor does it underwhelm as the, not to say that they were bad, but the Punisher films could have been stronger for what they were. So Deadpool is somewhere in the middle of those two extremes, and thankfully it's an R-rated film, and they totally embraced that fact and this is definitely not one for kids. So if you have a little kid who wants to see Deadpool the movie, you might want to give it a second thought, because they do some heavy on the language, heavy on the bloody violence, sex, nudity. Sure, it's stuff in there you probably wouldn't expect to see in a comic book movie. But I guess because in terms of comic book movies, I might have been a little down on it because it seems kind of small in comparison to the other epic Marvel and soon DC Cinematic Universe films. They just seem large and feature a lot of characters, but this one features a few characters, and maybe I was expecting more from that, but I guess as an origin story, it's just fine as is. So I would have to give Deadpool a 4 stars out of 5. 4 stars out of 5. It's definitely worth checking out. Definitely a lot of fun, and be prepared for a lot of bloody violence. So, if you like this review, please hit that like button below. We're looking forward to the Deadpool movie. And have you seen the Deadpool movie? How many times have you seen the Deadpool movie? What did you think of Ryan Reynolds? Please comment below. I'm curious to find out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. And as always, if you have the opportunity, check out ErnieTrinidad.com, where I share additional reviews, links to other channels that I work for, and other fun stuff. So, until next time, we'll see you at the movies.